guys, the Super Review Show for another episode of Why You Should Listen To. This is the show where I talk about artists that I think you should listen to because their music is just that great, that incredible, and you should definitely give them a shot. No matter what you think about them as an artist, no matter what you think about them as a person, their music is just that good. Here today I'm talking about Chuck Berry. Berry is on top. I did a Rock Dog episode on this album. I love Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry was one of the pioneers of rock and roll back in the 50s. The dude was an incredible guitarist. He was one of the first guys ever to have blues music and rock music together, like bluesy rock, in a sense. He was one of the first guys ever to actually have this like amalgamation of like what rock and roll, like a faster version of the blues. He was one of the first guys to do it. True story. I was on a road trip this past summer. I was in St. Louis, and I visited Memphis. I saw Elvis Presley's grave. I went to Nashville. I saw Johnny Cash's grave. I missed Chuck Berry's grave. I'm an idiot. Like, I was in St. Louis, and I just missed his grave to pay my respects to the very famous Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good, Maybelline, rock and roll music, Route 66. Chuck Berry was the black Elvis Presley, and Elvis Presley was the white black artist, truthfully, because the two of them are simultaneous with each other. Some people still say Chuck Berry is the king. I don't agree with that personally. Elvis Presley is still Elvis Presley. He changed a lot of people. He influenced so many generations of artists that people still go back to and listen to him. Chuck Berry is that, but a little less. Don't kill me for saying that, but in my mind, when I think of like the greatest, most influential artists from the 50s and 60s, I think of Elvis Presley first, Chuck Berry second, Little Richard, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, the Beatles, of course, and then the list goes from there. But Chuck Berry is up there for sure. He is an incredible artist. He was phenomenal. He on his Instagram page, his family runs an Instagram page for him. They post stuff about him. He was a true musician. And Johnny B. Good is still played a lot today. I mean, not in like FM radio, but like in general, like if you go to like on XM radio, they might actually have Johnny B. Good playing on some stations. They might actually have Maybelline. They might actually have rock and roll music, Sweet Little 16. They probably wouldn't play Blues for Hawaiians, Around and Around, Roll Over Beethoven, Little Queenie, the Carol. He has so many hits. And the difference, I mentioned about Elvis, the difference between Chuck Berry and Elvis is that Chuck Berry wrote all of his own music and wrote all of his own songs. Elvis was just a great singer. Elvis never wrote any of it. So he only wrote like All Shook Up, I think that was it. But what can you say? Chuck Berry, one of the greatest pioneers of guitar, of rock and roll, the way that we think about it to some extent today. Chuck is one of those guys. And I love him. Chuck, if you're looking down on me right now, I'm paying my respects to you right here, right now, because you are an incredible artist. If you've ever listened to or ever heard of Chuck Berry, stop what you're doing and listen to Chuck Berry. It's timeless, true rock and roll. True rock and roll. With the piano, with drums, whatever. The guitar, everything about it. Chuck Berry is Chuck Berry, and he is an incredible artist. So, honestly, he has influenced a ton of other musicians as well. Just like Elvis did, but Chuck did as well. I don't think he's underrated. He's one of the greatest of all time. But Chuck Berry deserves more love than he gets. He gets a lot, but he should get more. I respect him a lot as an artist, despite him being dead. But still. So, what do you guys think? Have you guys heard of Chuck Berry? Have you heard of him? Have you heard Johnny B. Good before? Jump down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts on this video. Hit the like button. Smash the bell. Whatever you gotta do. But that's why I think you should listen to Chuck Berry. So for all of your why you should listen to videos and many more, keep locked on the Super Review Show. The J-Man is off to rock. I'll see you guys later.